What's going on, guys? Spy here and welcome back to our Motorsport Manager Red Bull F1 2022 Manager Mod save. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the Imola GP, but just before we get started, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who commented on the first 3 videos. I always appreciate your tips, feedback, and when you catch my errors with the titles. I forgot to change from 2021 to 2022, but yeah, I just appreciate all the interaction with the series, the likes, and the comments, and even the views. Just watching me play a game is awesome, so I appreciate every single person who watches this series. So yeah, it'd be awesome if you guys keep liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions in the comment section below. Alright, so on to the preparation for Imola. It's quite a hectic period. We're going to start off by designing a new suspension because that's where we're lacking. We had a little pop-up with Perez so he can improve his wet weather driving, which is awesome. We're just working on improving the reliability on the front wing we built a while ago. We also signed a new engineer with the desired light-footed Tom Stollard, which he had a stint at Red Bull not long ago, so also to bring him back to the team. And we have actually fallen to 3rd on the engine behind Ferrari and Mercedes, which is less than ideal, so we want to rectify that as soon as possible. So we go ahead and build an engine as well. Lots going on there, but you know, progress hopefully. So qualifying time here in Imola. Now there's quite a short lap, so I was hoping for 3 runs. Our first run was good, we got 3rd. Not too far off the pace either. Then we go on a second run. Perez in about 5th, I believe. And then Verstappen still in 3rd. Only a couple tenths off the top boys. So gives me hope that we can get something out of this weekend. But we won't get our hopes up too much because the difficulty is ruthless. We unfortunately miss the 3rd run, but that's fine. I'm happy with P3. Alright, so welcome to race day here in Imola. Now, I don't think there's going to be rain. It just says clouds. We'll double check. No rain by looks of it. I mean, we can't quite see at the end, but I'm just going to assume no rain. We'll check it again halfway through the race. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I was a bit scared for this weekend because I'm pretty sure this track is, in fact, engine heavy. So considering that we're 3rd on the engine, that's less than ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We weren't too far off in qualifying. We're going to send out Verstappen a bit easier on tyres than Perez, because obviously Perez, he has a bit of space to make up in 6th, and he's got light footed, so he can get forward to go a bit harder on tyres. But here we go, 5 red lights about to be, there we go, 5 red lights, and lights out and away we go. Verstappen gets a slow start compared to the top 2, but not a bad start. I mean, we've got Alonso just dive bombing us there. He had a bloody flying start, which is good for him, but not so good for us. They're all on softs, we've got to remember. So we are naturally going to be a little bit slower, but that will help our race strategy. We pass, oh no, we don't pass Alonso. Come on, Verstappen. We can't waste too much time with him. Yep, good man. Passes him relatively quickly. Not as quick as we would have liked, but not too bad at all. And we're now sort of gaining on Leclerc, losing ground to Hamilton, however, but that's always going to happen. Now, I did get a comment that I support fully regarding the difficulty. I just think it's a bit hard on this difficulty to try and beat Mercedes because they already got a better car than us in some areas, and you sort of need it over this difficulty to play over multiple seasons to really establish a gap in the car. So we might lower it, but I would love to win a race on this difficulty just to sort of embrace the challenge. But we'll see how we go out of this race. I think when we get Max on light footed as well as Perez, that would be a big advantage. So we'll see how we go. But the difficulty is still maxed at the moment. And Max is still giving it everything he's got. Speaking of maxed. But we're going to take the lead of this Grand Prix just because they're going to pit. And it's really hard to heat these tyres up here. Look at that. They're already dropping. We're going to drop Perez's fuel and tell Verstappen to push a little bit. But we don't want to push too much. We want to make sure we can pull off the one stop. We should be able to easily. We're just going to let his tyres underheat a little bit, which is less than ideal, but not the worst thing. We're going to make sure we can get this this one stop over the line. But we are in 1st and 2nd as things stand, which is good. What did Hamilton get onto? The softs. His softs might struggle to make the end of the race. We could be on here, lads. We could be on strategy, which would be fantastic because we've got to pit early though. We don't want to spend too much time on dead tyres. So, Verstappen's going to come into the pits to get a fresh set of softs. Hamilton still hasn't overtaken Perez, but we'll probably give him our spot. We'll give Perez first, and Hamilton. We actually get overtaken by Leclerc as well, but Hamilton's looking after those tyres really well. I have a feeling he is light-footed as well if he's looking after them that well, which is sort of cancels out their advantage I was hoping to get from Max, but that's fine. Yeah, not a bad start to this race. So Hamilton is coming into the pits now, but Verstappen has not looked after these tyres at all. I feel like he's an aggressive driver, so that sort of makes tyre wear hard to negotiate when you got a driver who's just smashing them into the ground completely. I mean, come on, 30%. I was even on conserve for a bit. Maybe it's because they're graining, because they're underheated, but I mean, if we push, we lose tyre wear as well, so I don't know, it's just weird. I've never had a driver like this who just pushes the tyres into the absolute ground. But, oh, the front is where I belong. So when he's leading the race, he actually picks up time. That's good. Let's see if we can extend the gap to Hamilton. No, it's not really going anywhere. I think we're going to have to pit. We're definitely going to have to pit. Maybe we jump on the super softs. But then I feel like, oh no, he just goes too hard on tyres. It's not worth it. We're going to chuck him on another set of softs like Hamilton is anyway. And then he can push as hard as he wants on those ones, hopefully. I mean, he does go through tyres quickly, but hopefully not that quickly. Alright, push, push, push. Get those tyres up to temperature. You've only just worked back the fuel delta. Again, Perez's fuel delta is through the roof, which is awesome. He always seems to do that. He can also push on his tyres as well. Oh, he's on the podium. Verstappen's actually in 4th. And we're actually not too far off Hamilton and Leclerc. Leclerc might have to pit again. It's going to be a bit touch and go for him. I'd love it if we could pick up another 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, Leclerc's definitely going to have to pit, or else they're going to lose a lot of pace. And the Ferrari have had an absolute nightmare of a strategy there. And Verstappen is pushing those tyres. They should make it to the end now nicely. We're going to put that on high, and then Perez can go on attack to try and catch Hamilton. You never know, he might have run out of fuel. His tyres might be dead. We're going to ride on board with him, actually, in the end of this race. Come on, Hamilton. Do something silly. Do something. Do something that will give Perez a win. It might not be Verstappen, but Perez, come on. And nah, it doesn't look like it. Final lap, Hamilton wins another bloody race. Another one for Hamilton. That's 4 in a row. We just cannot catch him. To be fair, on straight strategy today, we weren't too bad. There was no rain to mess with it. They had the better engine, and I felt like if Verstappen was just a little bit better on the tyres, he would have won that race. Hence why Perez finished ahead of him. I just don't think Verstappen's light enough on the tyres. Hopefully light-footed can save him, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So that'll be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions in the comment section below. Next up, we've got the Miami GP. It looks like it's going to be a rainy one, so make sure to tune in for that one. Check out my F1 Bahrain race review. Follow me on Twitter, I guess. Chuck that in there. And join the Discord server. Add me on Discord, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.